Hello people, welcome to this video. This is just a quick video on shooter game Atlas. I run on the Unreal Engine 4. I am part of a multiplayer server. I play with a couple of people. We have Phoenix Fire, hello.
Hello.
We also have Goldilocks, hello.
Hello.
And we have been discussing an issue now for the past, about an hour or so, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this issue is the kernel DLL unknown function, as you can see here, that was sent to me by Phoenix. Now, I have this issue quite a bit, but I play on the server a lot less than she does, and she's got it today. Now, what our server owner, the lovely Knight of Haven server, has told us is that this is basically, he's saying it's part of the recent updates from the game devs on the last maybe couple of months or whatever. However, I've had this issue ever since I've been playing. I had it a couple of years ago while I played. I've reinstalled this game fresh. I've built a whole new rig. I'm running a 2060 RTX Cooler Master i7-9700K i9 Corsair Vengeance Pro 16 gig. My PC basically would kick the shit out of this game, and I play it on medium settings because this has so much lag and crashing. Anyway, back to the main issue here. So a lot of people are having this issue, and I've been watching a lot of videos. As you can see, I've got the Assertion failed issue. I've got a whole bunch of different things up, and I've been doing this for about the last couple of hours with you guys working it out. And what I've come to figure out is watching this guy's video, the lovely Average Geek. He told me about character files, and they weren't updating. And I just thought to myself, well, I play on a multiplayer server, and that server is constantly updated by the lovely Knight Discord, where he is constantly changing the islands in his 7x7 grid. Now, I'm down in C5. I'm surrounded by the main cluster of islands, including the Freeport, and a lot of changes happen there. Those changes take things to load up, i.e. RAM, connection, etc, etc. When you cross the grid, you normally get this error. This is because my PC and my client side is having to update these server files. So I thought, well, how bad can that be? So when I go into my Steam and I right click, go to the properties of Atlas, and I go into my local files and I browse local files like the guy did on his video where I found this, he says go into here to do your client side. That's not what we needed. But when I looked in here, this is where I found the problem. All of these files here are outdated with these ones here, which means that every time I cross the grid, I've got to reload these. Now, if you take into consideration that an island is 2 gig for a medium island to load, just the island, and then you've got all the players' stuff, the ships, things might have changed, they might have parked somewhere else, they might have built something new, they might have tore something down. It's got to update that stuff. Now, this is where the desync's coming from. There should be, in my opinion, some sort of update service. So when you're loading into the game and you've got those little bars loading and it's saying loading this, that, and the other, and then it tries to load mods and does all its bits, there should be an update there that updates not just the mods that you've got, but it should check to see if you're updated with the server grids. And that would hopefully resolve the issues. So this is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to send this to Grapeshot Games and hope to get some sort of response or more information on this error. And I'm hoping that my lovely friends here will be fine with me sending this to them. And I'm
Absolutely.
just time stamping and dating this. So it's the 15th of the 5th, 2020 at 12:30 at night. I have some experience in programming. I have done computers for the longest time since I left college. I did 8 years of studies in building, programming, making games. So this is a common issue that can be overlooked, a simple loading error, and that can cause the desync between loading a grid and crashing a boat. And the annoying part about that is you might run into some horrible SOTDs or some other nasty thing, a whale, whatever it might be. Your ship will be wrecked by the time you get back on because it's got that desync error still trying to compete with loading up, loading the fight that you might be in, and loading your boat. You know, so you've got quite a lot of things in for your PC to panic about and try and load, and it'll take a while to get back in game, as we already know with Grapeshot Games. Now, if they manage to get rid of all this loading of islands and various other things, it would speed up that other loading of the crossing the grids and getting back into the game. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been informational for you, and I'm going to pass it along. Bye.